It's Monday. God, still got another day and a half of this, man. Talk about hard-ass training. I feel like I'm back in the special forces, you know, racking up some more stolen valor. Oh man, God, talk about hard-ass. This time our trainer, like we started at 9, and our trainer, like, got to about 10 to 10, and he said, we'll take a break. And I go, no, I need that. And then from like 10 to 11, he got a bunch of calls and he had to handle that, and we were using this fancy translator thing on his phone. And then I said, what's that app you got there? And I got that on my phone, and now it's really rad. You talk into it and talks all kinds of, it turns the master language Zig English into jumble wumble, could be possibly maybe baby language, the guggy goo goo bubba boo could be possibly maybe baby language. Anyways, the bloke was between like 10 and 10 minutes to 12. He was on the phone most of the time. He apologises profusely. He says, so he goes through some pointers, the details of what you're expected to do and the authority that you don't have. Anyways, and so we sat there for about another half hour, and the next occasion he's on the phone. This happened the last time I was doing training day, and he goes, he gets off the phone after about half an hour. Me and this other bloke are sitting there. It's his first day training. The hot babe, she finished up her training the last time I was here, and so he goes, it's like it's nearly midday. It's nearly noon. How about you chaps come back at 1? Off we go. And, so I'm on lunch now. Yeah, it's great. God, I'm gonna laugh. This bloke, quarter after 12. And it's like he makes jokes and goes to translate it on the translation software, and sometimes the jokes don't work. So and I try to make jokes back with my translation software, but we can pretty much understand each other anyway. So yeah, I got a good angle on what necessitates. And I've got another full day of training on the morrow too, which is pretty much the same. But, that girl, right, her last day of training, which is my last day of training on the morrow, training to lighting, she basically, that's the easiest day, and she sat there all day, and we just sort of made a few jokes, and that was her. She sat there all day and didn't have to do anything, right? So it's all straightforward once they get all the pointers out of the way, and you give them your details and all that stuff. And it's all just straightforward, and so it's just obligatory, you know, that you got to be there. I'm freaking loving it, and just twiddling my thumbs, mate, and every now and again listen to this translation-y thing, and that's it. And so on, let's see, so it's Monday, then Tuesday finish up the training, then Wednesday do some event thing. That's cool. And apparently there's some other mission coming up. I'm not sure if I'll be on that on Thursday, because another chap says he wants to come along to the warehouse, and we'll figure something out. I'm jumbling around my schedule now. I've actually got a schedule, sort of a life. But what a freaking laugh. Alright, and yeah, we hopefully we'll get let out early. Thank the gods I brought along my tablet with this awesome book I've been on and off reading about, you know, just stories, tales of people struggling through World War One, you know. So if they can do that, I think I can handle this day. Yeah, there you go. Yes. What am I gonna do now? I've got like 3/4 an hour to wait. Might eat some more. That's good. The old hash brown. Don't mind those. Wow. I'm pleased to relate I'll be getting the rest of my uniform this very afternoon. Yeah. We've finalised the location and the time for Wednesday's event and all that. I know exactly where that place is, so that's good. And what a laugh, that translation software. Every now and again, you gotta read this. He goes through, it's all in kanji, so he goes through the points of the policies and shit. And then sometimes he just chucks in jokes. I said, that translation software is great. So yeah, I love it. He's always having fun with it, And he likes having a laugh with me. And he said, it's great, but the only problem is cats and dogs don't understand it. Just off the cuff stuff like that when he's translating. Just hilarious. And the big boss just showed up, and he's a good laugh too. He took us out for a meal the other day down the road there. Yeah, it was good. What a freaking laugh and a good time. Yeah? That's what life's all about. Try and have a good time. Yes. It's great philosophical mind thoughts from the great sage of the East. Right? Let me just keep eating this for a while. Stargate Captain's Log. Okay, so that was Monday's training done, so that's pretty cool. Did not expect the day to pan out the way that it did. Well, most of it at least. They said, there's this paperwork they hand over, and they go, you got to go to the hospital and get do a fitness, the health test or some bloody bullshit. I'm like, huh? When? He goes, now. What? So myself and this other bloke, and a Japanese guy, and he was reading all the stuff. That was good, and then they translated and helped me out, but I could understand some of it, And so we go down to the hospital down the road there, and I had to, they check your height, and you do an eye testy thing, and then they check your blood pressure, and they take x-rays and all this shit, God damn it. I wasn't that pleased that I didn't half about it, but I was like, I didn't exactly want to have a blood test today, and a piss test. I'm serious. And I'm like, shit, and he said, you're gonna have a piss test and all that, and they might draw your blood and all this, and I'm like, oh, fantastic. And so I grabbed my water bottle. I'm just gushing the water down my gullet, because I only just took a piss. And so I gotta, alright, so we trundled down to the Byo-in, the hospital, and get that sorted out. And she's like, yeah, I wasn't too keen on the idea. I was like, what? I don't want to jab needles in me. And they're doing it. It's a drug test, and they spring it on you. I guess they spring it on people so they can catch people if they are on drugs or whatever. So yeah, they said, all right, you're passing. I said, I could have just told you. I didn't have to go through all this rigmarole. And so that's all good. And he said to me through translation, this instructor bloke, he goes, so you can come here anytime, and they can check your vital signs and stuff like that, and check your innards or whatever. And I'm like, mate, I don't want to know, you know, because if there is something wrong, I don't want to know. And so that's all good, and they do the X-ray of your chest or whatever, and then they do X-ray of your back or whatever, and then they do some kind of electrical-y thingy and stick electrodes on you, and you're like, dude, what do I need all this for? Just to do these missions, and then they show you the scanny things, and they look at your chest and all that, and so I'm all good, and I'm like, yeah, I already know that. I feel good. So anyways, that's that. On the morrow, there's like half a day left of gliding. So it was a good day, you know. It was a bit of a fun day, that one. They said, hey, put your hand on that and stick your finger on that for a while and keep that there, and so it won't, you know, whatever. I'll take it off in the shower later. Bloody bullshit. I didn't want to do it. I'm like, and at the end of it, you know, they're all a bit of a laugh, the nurses and all that, and one of the translations comes through. Oh, they're going to take your blood now. Don't get violent. That's what it said in the translation. Yeah. So it turns out like some people freak out or something like that, you know. And anyway, so I found that to be funny. So the nurses, I made a few jokes and shit, so that was a bit of a laugh. And so yeah. And later on, I said, hey, so can I have my blood back? That's worth a lot, you know. Yeah. So that's that. And I want to get my blood. All right, here we go. We've got a local train coming along right now. It's that bloody thing over there, and I'm going to get on that. Okay, soldier on. I got my kit. I was issued with my uniform. This is rad. I'm going to have a good laugh.
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.